You're listening to the English Football Podcast. Hello and welcome to the English Football Podcast. We're going to talk about all the latest stuff and Man U versus Manchester City, the Manchester derby that ended 2-1 to Manchester United. Manchester United now third, just 1 point behind their City rivals. Man City had 5 shots with just one on target that was the goal, and as you'd think, they had 70% possession compared to Manchester United's 30. So I mean that's, you'd expect them to dominate the game in possession wise. The first goal for Manchester United, Grealish scored for. He's improving a lot, Grealish, and he scored today at Old Trafford. The first goal for Manchester United was Rashford there was calls for Rashford being offside and whether he interfered with play. He was in front of Akanji and he was sort of not. Walker wasn't able to play the pass because he was there. So, he maybe. I do think he did interfere because it's if he's 1 foot away from the ball, and the defenders are all surrounding him, he's obviously interfering. He didn't touch the ball because Bruno Fernandes went on and scored, but he did interfere. So. Probably should have been ruled out. Man City did dominate, but they didn't create any chances in the second half. There was Erling Haaland made quite a lot of good runs through the defence, and they just didn't pass to him. They either passed it back. They're good at keeping possession, but that just shows you need to create chances, especially if you've got the possession to do so. And Manchester United, they're now definitely in the title race. They're now 6 points behind Arsenal, I think, and 1 point behind City. They've got a game against Crystal Palace on Wednesday. Man City played Spurs on Thursday. So it could be. Because they've also got Arsenal, a tough game soon. So it could be that Arsenal would have a game in hand, but if City lose and to Spurs, which I don't know, but if that happens, and then if Manchester United win against Crystal Palace and Arsenal, they must be level on points with them, with Arsenal having a game in hand. So it could all change in the next few weeks. It could all change in the title race. Man U have bounced back very, very well from last season, obviously finishing 6th, only just because of that very frustrating loss to Brighton by West Ham. So I think City, they just couldn't create too many good chances. Well, they just didn't take them because they had 0 shots on target at St Mary's and 1 shot on target here at Old Trafford. So, and Manchester United have signed Wout Weghorst as well. He couldn't make his debut against Man City, but he might be able to against Crystal Palace on Wednesday. So be looking forward to see what he can do. And Chelsea have signed the Shakhtar forward Mudryk over Arsenal. So they've got there before him. So Arsenal are now looking at Barcelona's Rafinha, who came from Leeds. That would be a good signing for them. There was not very good scenes after Everton's loss to Southampton at the Goodison. because it's another loss on the trot for Everton. It's now all. We'll talk about that more. Probably do one about Wolves West Ham because very, very frustrating. But yeah. So there's also games today. There's Real Madrid against Barcelona in the Spanish Super Cup final, and obviously the North London derby that everyone's been waiting for. It's Spurs versus Arsenal. Arsenal need to win this to go 8 points clear. Yeah, 8 points clear of City. So huge game for them. I'll probably do a video on that as well. But thanks for listening. You've been listening to the English Football Podcast. Send us a voice message, a football question, we'll answer it. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.